All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk, and let's talk about should the Detroit Lions shut down Matthew Stafford. All right. I went through the comment section a little bit about, the Lions post game with the Chicago Bears and the video I did about him being out. And some people think they should shut him down. I felt that they should have shut him down last season. My purposes was to tank. All right. We didn't know he had broken bones in his back until somebody released it on a podcast, which I can't remember what podcast it was that said it on. And his co-host was like, well, you ain't supposed to say that. He said, I thought everybody knew he had, broken bones in his back. So when you see how carelessly they handled that situation, and then he didn't have an off season to rest, he had to learn a new system. His wife went through what she went through. So he never completely got the rehab. And I think adding all those things up, they should shut him down. But last year, how poorly they handled that, sometimes you got to protect the player from themselves. And if that's the case, and some people say, well, Stafford probably, they need to protect Stafford from Stafford. As an organization, what were you playing for? You see Aaron Rodgers came in, took a snap, act like he got hurt the last game of the season. They should have shut him down, played for a pick, right? That's what I would have did. That's a smart thing to do. You're not going nowhere. But I guess it's the simple fact that Caldwell had him 9-7, and to go from 9-7 to 3-13, that would have been a huge loss, and it would have been a bad look for Matt Patricia. But when have the Lions ever cared about what the fans think in this city? They don't care about what the media think about in this city. Peep game, what I've been telling y'all. The Lions never give breaking news to the local media. They went to Adam Schefter, they went to ESPN and broke the news that Stafford was going to be out versus the Bears. You didn't see Free Press break that news. You didn't see Dave Burkett break that news. They reported what ESPN broke, what Adam Schefter broke the news. So if they don't care about how the fans feel, because the fans, these guys from the Traverse City and Bad Axe, Michigan, and Saginaw, Muskegon, people drive from droves to come to a Lions game on Sundays. If they still gonna spend their money with the Detroit Lions and come down there on Sunday, they don't care. As long as you spend that money, if you really want to form a boycott, stop spending the money going to the game. And if you worry about the game being blacked out, just get NFL season ticket or get you a Fire Stick or something like that. But until you hit Martha in the pockets, she ain't gonna care. Now, it's rumors that her family don't want nothing to do with the Lions, and I guess when she passed, they may sell. And I don't wish death upon nobody, but she's just not making great organizational decisions. And at 90, whatever she is, who can? Okay? But with Matthew Stafford, they should definitely shut him down for the season. I understand he was having an MVP type of season, but if he want to have longevity in his career, he has to let them back injury heal. And people say, well, it's 1 to 4 weeks and this, and you're dealing with a back injury, a recurring back injury. Even if it's the same exact bones that was fractured the last time, or if it wasn't, it's recurring. When you're dealing with a recurring back injury, it's never good. Even dealing with a back injury is not good. This ain't the Dark Knight Rises where, you put him on a rope in that little cave and let his back heal and he jump out the cave. No. Matthew Stafford is in year 11. He's seriously in year 11, and they need to start treating him like he in year 11. Him and Darrell Bevel had great rapport this year. The only thing that separated them from being a Super Bowl caliber offense, not saying they were, I don't think Drew Brees would be the right term after they got whooped by Atlanta, but not saying they were like Tom Brady and them, but with a running game, and maybe with more Marvin Hall as that receiver out there, the Lions definitely, if they had that offense, and I know if was a fifth, we all be drunk, but if they had that offense, with a running game and that defense they had last year, Ndamukong Suh left when he cried versus the Dallas Cowboys, it's no doubt in my mind Matthew Stafford wins a playoff game or two or goes to the Super Bowl. It's no doubt in my mind. But if they want Matthew Stafford to continue to live out his contract and play for this team, He needs the rest for the rest of the year. He need to rehab the back, get it healthy. I know he want to go out there and play. He may have some incentives in his contract, but you have to protect Matt from Matt. And if Bob Quinn and Patricia, they want to do, how can I say it? They want to do a cover their own ass situation, cover your own ass situation where they don't want to go from 6-10 to whatever 12-1 or 4-11-1, whatever they gonna go this year with Jeff Driscoll, and make it seem like they got it wrong by not keeping Caldwell. Hey, they got 3 more years in their contract, the way somebody put it to me. So they don't care what the local media think. Yeah, they'll try to tell Mike Valenti, oh, you can't have your opinion about the Lions, or we leaving the network. Well, 97 won the ticket, say, so what? So what? We still gonna talk about you. He's still gonna have his opinion, and I stand by Mike. People say, "Oh, Mike's always hating, and he's not from here," but a lot of times he's speaking the truth. And that's the difference. Some people, some motherfuckers with YouTube channels, they tell you what you want to hear. That's it. They tell you what you want to hear. Y'all get happy about it. But when somebody tell you the truth, oh, he not a fan. Oh, he a hater. He this and that. Dude, truth is the new hate. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get, at the end of the day, anybody say, oh, I'm sorry, Mike, you was right. Or I'm sorry, CJ, you was right. Nobody comes back and say, oh, you was right. Only when you wrong do people come back and oh, you trash and I tried to tell you, but nobody comes back and pat you on the back when they wrong. But I do think they need to just ride with Driscoll. They're going and let Matthew Stafford sit out there. There's no point. Now, if Driscoll won today and he win next week and he, you end up being whatever, 5 games up, 3 games down and a draw, then I bring back Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? But Driscoll almost won today. And Driscoll looked formidable, but teams going to be ready. I think they need to put more design runs in for him, but they should be in tank mode. And I think, if you're in a position, and they're only 1 game's better, they're only 1 game worse than the Dolphins right now. It's crazy, right? With 2 games if you count the draw, a game and a half. But if you, and then the Bengals still undefeated, you're going to have a few quarterbacks up there. Okay. But my premise is this. If you don't have a dominant defensive player up there, if it's Chase Young, you take him. Okay. Somebody like that. But not a Jerry Jeudy. I think you may move down and accumulate picks if you're in the top 5. Especially if you're in the top 3. You move down and accumulate picks. But if you get a dominant left tackle or a dominant defensive player, or if you get one of those dominant running backs somewhere in there, it's an Ezekiel Elliott, Saquon Barkley, you take that player. Calvin Johnson, the Ndamukong Suh, Stafford, you take that type of player. But if not, you can move down and get multiple picks and fill out your team. Cool. And if Stafford is healthy enough, you do that. You take a developmental quarterback with one of those extra picks. And trust and believe me, it's a Jordan Stidham. It's a Kyle Allen down there. There's a Tom Brady. Well, maybe not per se a Tom Brady or a Drew Brees in the second round or somebody comparable. Kaepernick is comparable. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with that type of skill set, you take them and then you develop them behind Matthew Stafford. Let him finish out his contract. If the young bull good enough to beat him out, then you just have Stafford play the role in the Eli transition role. But under no circumstance, only one circumstance, I bring Stafford back if they're in the playoff hunt. But they're not. They're not. And I don't think Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia have to worry about job security. Martha ain't paying nobody to sit on their ass for 2 or 3 years. So we already established they don't care what the local media think. They don't care what the fans think because they still going to spend their money. Okay? So it doesn't matter. And then once, the draft hit, free agency, the draft hit, training camp, mini camp, OTAs, training camp, all that stuff hit, people going to have forgetful memory. People going to buy into the expectations again, or buy into the off-season a situation where, oh, we got a chance, and everybody thinking they got a chance and their team improved. But hey, I think I should shut down Stafford for the year. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, response to the video request. Want to make a donation, just share the video. Other than that, let me know what you guys think. What would you do? Appreciate the love, support, man. And we're going to move on to the next week and talk about the next game. We going